24 days into the government shutdown and 800,000 federal workers still not getting paid.
And many of them are furloughed. And now people who have cases before the federal immigration court in Cleveland are also in limbo.
Yeah, Only News 5's Kevin Berry explains how the shutdown might benefit some folks with hearings delayed for years. Kevin.
Since the shutdown started at the end of December, Frank, people who have hearings in front of the federal immigration court that could determine if they get to stay in the United States or get deported have all had to be rescheduled.
People who've been waiting for years are now hitting these setbacks that'll push them back a few more years until they have a final hearing.
Immigration attorney Jessica Rodriguez-Bell says people who are currently detained are still able to see a judge. Those judges and the staff who work with them are considered essential employees, but hearings for people who have been released are being rescheduled for the next available opening on a judge's calendar. Jessica's law partner, Brian DeFranco, says those hearings require a 3-hour block, which is hard to find because the federal immigration court system is so backlogged already.
On most of the judges in Cleveland's calendars, that results in either 2021 or 2022 for that next available 3-hour block of time.
So cases scheduled to be heard today that might have already been pending for months or years go to the back of the line. While it can be frustrating, Jessica says the delay isn't always a bad thing.
Some people are happy because that gives 2 or 3 more years to see, let's see if there's any type of immigration reform that may help them.
She says a new administration could bring more lenient policies, or in that time, immigrants might marry a U.S. citizen or have children in the United States, changing the chances they'd be allowed to stay.
Others who are ready to move forward with their case and kind of tired of being in limbo, whose cases have already been dragging on for years, aren't as happy.
Brian says he has one client who needs a much shorter hearing for the final step of her asylum claim. He says that might be delayed as much as a year to essentially rubber stamp her final approval. And Brian says since the federal shutdown can end essentially at any moment, the cases are being delayed on a day-by-day basis, so the lawyers and their clients only find out the day before. He says once the shutdown is resolved, he thinks that the cases scheduled for the next day can move on as previously scheduled. Live in Cleveland, I'm Kevin Barry, News 5.